You feel okay about money? Maybe even good. You have a job? You pay your bills? You might even have a little saved up. And somewhere in the back of your mind, you tell yourself you are on the right track. But what if that feeling of being okay is the most dangerous financial illusion you have ever fallen for? What if the very habits you believe are building your future are quietly, invisibly, methodically destroying it? Today, I am going to show you 5 dangerous signs that you think you are building wealth, but you are actually falling behind. And I promise you this: by the time we reach sign number 3, something is going to shift in how you see your finances forever. Stay with me until the end, because the 5th sign is the one nobody talks about, and it is probably the one hitting you the hardest right now. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button right now. We are building a community of people who refuse to be financially fooled. Every single week, we bring you the truth about money that most people never hear. Now let us get into it. Here is the uncomfortable truth that nobody in your life is going to tell you. Feeling financially stable and actually being financially stable are 2 completely different things. And in America right now, millions of people are living inside a gap between those 2 realities without even knowing it. The system is not designed to warn you. Your bank does not send you an alert that says, "Hey, you are slowly falling behind." Your employer does not pull you aside and say, "Listen, your salary is losing ground to inflation every single year." Nobody tells you. You just keep feeling okay while the gap between where you are and where you need to be quietly gets wider and wider. That is what makes these 5 signs so dangerous. They don't feel like danger. They feel normal. They feel like progress. And that is exactly why they will destroy your financial future if you do not catch them right now. Sign number 1. You are saving money, but you are not investing it. This is the one that gets more Americans than almost anything else. You open a savings account, you put money in every month, you watch the balance grow, and you feel responsible. You feel like you are doing the right thing. You feel like you are building wealth. You are not. You are slowly losing ground. And here is the math that proves it. Inflation in the United States averages around 3% every single year. Your high-yield savings account, if you even have one, is paying you somewhere between 4 and 5% right now. That sounds like a win. But the stock market has historically returned an average of 10% annually over the long term. So while you are sitting in your savings account feeling safe, feeling responsible, feeling like you are getting ahead, you are actually falling behind every investor who put that same money into an index fund. Over 30 years, the difference is not small. It is not $10,000. It is not $50,000. We are talking about the difference between $400,000 and $1.2 million from the exact same monthly contribution. Same discipline, same sacrifice, completely different outcome. All because of where the money sat. And here is the part that makes this sign truly dangerous. Saving feels like progress. It looks like progress. Your balance goes up. You feel more secure. But security and wealth are not the same thing. Security is not going broke this month. Wealth is never having to worry about going broke ever again. Savings gives you the first one. Only investing gives you the second. The competitor content out there will tell you that having savings is a sign you are getting rich. I am telling you something different. Having savings without investing is a sign you are running in place while everyone else moves forward. The emergency fund is essential. Yes, absolutely. 3 to 6 months of expenses sitting in a high-yield savings account as your financial force field. But everything beyond that emergency fund that is not working in the market is money that is slowly being eaten alive by inflation while you sleep. Here is what you do starting this week. Open a brokerage account if you do not have one. Apps like Fidelity, Vanguard, or even a simple Roth IRA through your employer. You don't need to be an expert. You do not need to pick individual stocks. A simple low-cost S&P 500 index fund does the work for you. Set up an automatic transfer, make it impossible not to invest, and then leave it alone for decades. That is the entire strategy. It's boring, it's simple, and it builds millionaires, while people who only save stay exactly where they are. Sign number 2. Your income is growing, but your lifestyle is growing faster. This one is silent. This one is seductive. And this one has destroyed more promising financial futures than almost any other trap in existence. You get a raise. You deserve it. You worked hard for it. So naturally, you upgrade a few things. Maybe a nicer apartment. Maybe a new car. Maybe you start eating out more because you can finally afford to. Maybe the vacations get a little more expensive. None of these things individually seem like a problem. All of them together create what economists call lifestyle inflation. And it is the reason people making $200,000 a year are just as financially stressed as people making $50,000. Here is how the trap works in real numbers. You are earning $50,000 a year. You are living on $47,000. You are saving $3,000. Life is tight, but you are building something. Then you get promoted. Now you earn $65,000. And here is where the trap snaps shut. Because that extra $15,000 feels like freedom. It feels like reward. So you move to a nicer place, add $4,000 to your annual expenses. You get a car payment, add another $3,000. You start going out more, add $2,000. You take a real vacation for the first time in years, add $2,000. Now you are earning $65,000 and spending $64,000. You are saving $1,000 a year. Less than before your raise. You are earning 30% more money and you are further behind than you were. This is not a rare story. This is the default story for most Americans. The Bureau of Labor Statistics data consistently shows that as American incomes rise, savings rates do not rise proportionally. Spending rises to absorb the extra income almost every single time. And the reason is psychological. We are wired to reward ourselves. We are wired to match our lifestyle to what feels appropriate for our income level. The neighbor gets a new car. The colleague moves to a better neighborhood. Instagram shows you the life you could be living. And every raise feels like permission to close that gap. The wealthy do something radically different. When their income grows by $15,000, their lifestyle grows by $3,000, and the remaining $12,000 goes directly into investments. They live below their means, not because they cannot afford more, but because they understand that every dollar of lifestyle inflation is a dollar that will never compound in their favor. Here is your immediate action. The next time you get a raise, before you spend a single dollar of it, at least 70% of that increase directly into your investment account. Live on the rest. Your lifestyle will still improve slightly, but your wealth will accelerate dramatically. This one habit alone separates people who retire rich from people who retire broke, despite earning good money their entire lives. Sign number 3. You feel financially comfortable, and that comfort is making you complacent. This is the most psychologically dangerous sign on this entire list, because it does not look like a problem at all. Comfort feels like success. Comfort feels like you have arrived. But in the context of building real wealth, comfort is often the moment things start quietly falling apart. Here is what happens when you feel comfortable. You stop auditing your subscriptions because the charges are small and you can afford them. You stop tracking your spending because things feel fine. You stop educating yourself about investing because you have a retirement account and that feels like enough. You stop being aggressive about debt because the minimum payments are manageable. And slowly, imperceptibly, the financial machine that was supposed to be working for you starts coasting. And coasting in a world of 3% inflation and rising costs is not staying still. It is moving backward. Here is a number that should shake you out of any false comfort right now. According to Federal Reserve data, the median American retirement account balance for people between 55 and 64 years old is $134,000. $134,000 for people who are a decade away from retirement. At a 4% withdrawal rate, which is the standard financial planning benchmark, that is $5,360 per year in retirement income. That is less than $500 a month from a lifetime of work. And most of those people felt comfortable for most of their working lives. They felt like things were fine. They felt like they were on track, and they weren't. Comfort is the enemy of urgency, and urgency is what builds wealth. The people building real financial security are the ones who look at their current situation and feel a productive dissatisfaction, not anxiety, not panic, but a clear-eyed recognition that comfortable is not the goal. Free is the goal. Financially free and comfortable and free are not the same place. Here is what you do. Schedule a financial audit every single quarter. Pull up every account, every subscription, every debt, every investment. Look at it all. Ask yourself honestly whether you are moving fast enough toward where you actually want to be, not where you feel okay being, where you actually want to be. That quarterly discomfort will save you decades of regret. Sign number 4. You are paying off debt, but you are ignoring the most expensive debt you have. Most people who feel like they are making financial progress are paying something down. Maybe a car loan, maybe a personal loan, maybe chipping away at student debt. And paying down debt feels like one of the most responsible financial moves you can make. Sometimes it is. And sometimes it is actually costing you a fortune. Here is the split that most financial content never explains clearly enough. Not all debt is the same enemy. High interest debt, anything above 7 or 8% interest, is an emergency. Credit card debt in America averages around 22% interest right now. That means if you are carrying a $5,000 credit card balance and making minimum payments, you will pay over $4,000 in interest alone before that debt is gone, and it will take you years. That debt is destroying you, and it must be eliminated as aggressively as possible. But here is where people fall into a trap. They get so focused on eliminating every form of debt that they neglect investing entirely while doing it. And if you have low-interest debt, a mortgage at 3%, a student loan at 4%, and you are aggressively paying those down while not investing, you are actually making a mathematically terrible decision, because the stock market historically returns 10%. If your debt costs you 4% and your investments earn 10%, every dollar you put toward that low-interest debt instead of investing costs you 6% annually. Over 20 years, that difference is staggering. The wealthy do not treat all debt the same. They ruthlessly destroy high-interest debt because it compounds against them. And they strategically maintain low-interest debt while investing the difference because the math is undeniably in their favor. Dave Ramsey will tell you to eliminate all debt. And for people who are psychologically struggling with debt and need the behavioral momentum of a simple rule, that works. But from a pure wealth-building mathematics standpoint, distinguishing between expensive debt and cheap debt is one of the most important financial skills you can develop. Here is your framework. List every debt you have. Write down the interest rate next to each one. Anything above 7% gets attacked aggressively with every spare dollar you have. Anything below 7% gets paid on schedule, while your extra money goes into investments. This one reframe could add hundreds of millions of dollars to your net worth over your lifetime. Sign number 5. You are measuring your wealth by what you own instead of what you are worth. This is the sign nobody talks about. This is the one that is quietly destroying more American financial futures right now than almost any other psychological trap. And it is everywhere. It is in your neighborhood. It is in your social media feed. It is in the conversations you have at family dinners. We live in a culture that measures financial success by visible possessions. The car in the driveway, the size of the house, the brand on the clothing, the vacation in the Instagram photo. And most people, without ever consciously deciding to, start measuring their own financial progress by these same signals. They feel wealthy when they acquire things that signal wealth, and they feel behind when they see others acquiring things they do not have. This is one of the most catastrophic financial mindsets a person can have. Because visible wealth and actual wealth are not just different, they are often opposites. The person driving the $60,000 car frequently has a $500 car payment, a depleted savings account, and a net worth of nearly zero. The person driving the 12-year-old Honda might have $200,000 in index funds, a paid-off home, and more financial freedom than anyone on their block. You cannot see a brokerage account. You cannot see compound interest. You cannot see the net worth number. All you can see is the stuff, and the stuff is lying to you constantly. The research on this is damning. A study by Thomas Stanley, the author of The Millionaire Next Door, found that the majority of actual millionaires in America do not drive luxury cars, do not live in the most expensive homes in their area, and do not dress in a way that signals wealth to others. The people who look rich are usually not. The people who are rich usually look completely ordinary. Because they figured out that every dollar spent performing wealth is a dollar not building it. Here is the mindset shift that changes everything. Stop asking, what does this make me look like? And start asking, what does this do to my net worth? Every purchase, every financial decision runs through that filter. Does this increase my net worth or decrease it? Does this build my financial freedom or buy the appearance of it? That single question, applied consistently over years, is the difference between performing wealth and building it. So here is where we land. 5 dangerous signs. Saving without investing. Lifestyle inflation eating your raises. Comfort making you complacent. Paying the wrong debt in the wrong order. And measure wealth by what you own instead of what you are worth. Any one of these on its own can quietly sabotage a financial future that looks completely healthy from the outside. All 5 together create a trap that is nearly invisible until it is almost too late. But here is what I need you to hear right now. The fact that you watch this video to the end puts you in a category that most people never reach. Most people scroll past this kind of content. Most people choose the comfortable illusion over the uncomfortable truth. You think differently today, and that choice matters more than you know. Now I want to hear from you. Drop the word awake in the comments right now if at least one of these 5 signs hit home for you. And tell me which one. Which sign made you stop and think? I read every single comment, and I want to know what you are dealing with, because your story might be exactly what someone else in this community needs to hear. If this video gave you something real today, please hit that like button. It genuinely helps more people find this content. Subscribe to join a community of people who are done with financial illusions and ready to build something real. And share this with one person in your life who needs to hear this. Not to make them feel bad, to give them the same chance you just gave yourself. Your future self is watching every financial decision you make right now. Make sure those decisions reflect where you actually want to go, not where you feel comfortable staying.